Gru's latest invention flops, and a minion accidentally joins a biker gang talk about chaos, right? So today's all about minions getting into some seriously hilarious DIY fails. You know it's going to be a wild ride when those little yellow guys are involved. They look like they're gearing up to build something epic, but will it actually go as planned? Let's dive into this compilation of the most outrageous DIY fails and find out. Starting off, we've got minions with power tools and blueprints. Looks like they're about to create something special, but hold up. One minion grabs a wrench and pretends to fix something upside down, no less. I mean, what's he even trying to fix? Whatever it is, it doesn't seem safe at all. Then another minion gets a saw and starts cutting. Is he working on a roof or what? But just when you think things are going smoothly, bam. The whole thing collapses right on top of one of them. Oh man, they just built a jail cell instead of whatever masterpiece they had in mind. And they totally forgot to remove that plank of wood in the middle. Classic minion move, right? Next up, it's DIY day at Gru's house. The minions are decked out in their goggles and safety helmets, ready for some fun. But here's the catch, they have no clue what they're doing. One minion tries to drill a hole into a wooden board, but that power drill is just not cooperating. Meanwhile, a couple of others are measuring a piece of cloth, but it's a total mess. Suddenly, they all freeze in horror as one minion drops a huge paint can. Oops, the paint spills everywhere, creating a colorful disaster. But hey, at least they got some abstract art out of it, right? I mean, there's even a little signature in the corner. These guys are crafty in their own chaotic way. Now, let's talk about a minion who decides to build a volcano. Yep, you heard that right. He's got his friends helping him out, and they're gathering supplies, including a toy truck. What's that for? Another minion pours this bright red liquid into the volcano. Definitely looks like lava. But wait, he's going to light it on fire. That's a bold move. Oh no, why is he using a fire extinguisher? This is getting out of hand. And just like that, one minion catches fire thankfully, another minion puts it out before things get too crazy. Phew, they're lucky to walk away from that one. Moving on, we have a rapid fire montage that's pure chaos. One minion's hand gets stuck in a paint can, while another whacks his thumb with a hammer. Ouch, then we see a third minion hanging from a ladder before it collapses. What a disaster. It's clear that it's going to be a long day when one minion throws a tantrum and knocks over a stack of boxes. Then there's a minion who's in charge of gluing things together. Good luck with that. We see him with glue all over his face, which is never a good sign. And just when you think it can't get worse, another minion knocks himself out with a wrench. Seriously, can these guys catch a break? They're trying to put up wallpaper, but it's a total train wreck. One of them even smacks into a glass window. Ouch. And to top it all off, two of them crash through the ceiling. They end up standing in a pile of rubble, with one of them sporting a bucket as a hat. Talk about dazed and confused. Next up, we've got a minion bringing his bike to the shop for a tune-up. The mechanic takes one look and shakes his head. This bike needs some serious work. The minion peeks under his bike, surprised by what he sees. Was he expecting something magical? The mechanic starts tightening some bolts, while the minion watches closely, taking notes like a pro. Once the mechanic finishes, he tells the minion to take it for a test ride. The minion hops on and starts pedaling. Everything seems fine until he hits a small hill and picks up speed. Whoa, it looks like he's about to fly off the ramp. But thankfully, he manages to steer it safely back to the ground. Phew. Now, we've got a minion on the couch, glued to the TV. He's searching for the remote control, but it's nowhere to be found. He gets up, looks behind the cushions, and even sticks his head between pillows. Still nothing. He's about to give up when he plops back down, but you know he's still keeping an eye out. Next scene, a minion at the computer, typing away. He's working on some sort of evil plan, but it doesn't seem like it's going to pan out. He prints out his pages and walks over to a chalkboard. After a moment of contemplation, he starts doodling a stick figure with a thought bubble that shows a banana. Classic minion logic. He scribbles out Gru and puts a big X over it, crossing out the stick figure and the banana. Looks like this plan is a total bust. Then we see a minion who thinks he's found new best friends in a biker gang. He's all geared up, ready for a ride, but the bikers aren't exactly welcoming. They start yelling and shoving him away. The minion backs off, takes off his helmet, and hides behind a tree, peeking out. But wait, are they inviting him to ride with them again? He nods, and just like that, he's part of the gang. How wild is that? Now, let's hit the beach with these minions. They're trying to build a sandcastle, but it's not going well. One minion pulls out a knife, and everyone gasps, what's he going to do? But no worries, he's just cutting up some fruit. Meanwhile, another minion is sunbathing, but he might be in trouble when the lifeguard starts blowing his whistle. The minion jumps up and runs for it, with the lifeguard in hot pursuit. But this little guy is quick and makes it back to his hut just in time. And just when you think it's over, he's riding a tiny surfboard in a puddle, looking totally stoked. Finally, we wrap up with Gru showing off his latest invention to his daughters. It looks like a rocket ship, but surprise, it's actually a vacuum cleaner. It's covered in dirt and leaves, so you know it's been tested. Margot asks if it can clean the living room, and Gru confidently presses a button. The vacuum zooms forward, picking up toys like a champ. Margot thinks it's perfect, but Agnes chimes in, asking if it can clean her room too. Gru smiles, knowing they'll find all sorts of uses for this vacuum cleaner. Get ready for an exciting night, right? So which minion was your favorite? What scene had you laughing the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps us out. Don't forget to check the link in the description for more Despicable Minion videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.